No reorganization to hide the money, no more games. Well, let me ask you this. In order of the payouts, who's got a better claim and a faster claim? The shrimpers, the people out in the boats who are losing the fish, the most immediate, I could say, victims of this? Is it the people in the wetlands? I mean, who is it that has the first, or is it the guy who runs the hot dog stand somewhere along the Gulf Coast for tourists? Who gets the claims here?
Chris, Feinberg has the opportunity to set up exactly that type of priority claimant payment.
The protocols,
obviously,
yeah, okay.
Out of just he can set up any protocol he wants. He's going to. He's done it before. And he's going to put things like municipalities, states, taxing authorities. He's going to put behind that. Put him behind people who have to make payments and have to buy food for their family.
What if you're a Joe regular or a Jane regular and you just own a small shop, you're not in a union, you're not in a chain store, and you don't have a really top lawyer like you to be advertising you for a second? How do you make a buck out of this? How do you get a buck you deserve?
Well, I got to tell you something.
How's it going to work for the guy who's not lawyered up?
Most people can make these claims. A lot of people don't need lawyers. These lawyers that are out there advertising like you got to have me, you don't have to have a lawyer all the time. Ken Feinberg is a good enough, he understands this well enough. You're going to have complex cases like things like banks and municipalities, big businesses. Yes, you will need a lawyer. But I think Feinberg is trustworthy enough to where he's not going to run over small claimants. And these lawyers that are telling people, gee, you got to hire me, and then taking a percentage when they really shouldn't be doing that, I think it's deplorable, it's shameful, and it shouldn't be happening in this country right now. But the good news is I think Feinberg is aware of all that. You know, I got to tell you, if I might, just comment about this. Rush Limbaugh's slush fund is infuriating. He calls it a slush fund. This is going to feed families who can't make house payments. It's going to put food on the table for their children. These are issues that this golden Mike, silver spoon, windbag has never had to experience. It's easy for him to be critical of money that's just going to victims because he sits as this old, irrelevant, confused old man in his Florida resort with his child bride who is so disconnected with reality that he even makes Joe Barton look like a genius.
Well, even I don't get personal like that, but let me make a point that I do find true with you. Rush Limbaugh's always had a clientele out there, the person that works in the diner, you know, all day. The job that you can keep your mind free and listen to him while you're doing your job. The guy who drives the car and has to sell product. You would think he'd be somewhat connected to that small person, if you will, as the big shots at BP call. He's beginning to look at these guys like one of the big shots. Maybe that's his problem now. Anyway, thank you, Michael, for coming on.
Thank you, Chris.
And it's always great to have you. Up next, you are very articulate, sir. But in this